Okay, and then let's see here. Okay, looks like chat's working. Screen looks a little big here. Give me just a second. I don't want the windows to eat up too much of the game screen here. Let's see. Center vertical. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh wait. Also, where's it? Social media. I should probably update that. Since I'm still in Twitter jail. Done. Okay. Good to hear. Alright. It's a bit early in the weekend, so I don't expect too many people joining in on the stream proper, but sorry. Had to get a bit of coffee in me. But of course, this and all my other streams that are worth saving will always be on the YouTubes. Hello. Oh, I am blanking out. Hello, Alexis. Sorry, and hello, Arcade. Welcome to this weekend edition of my streams. I don't really have a name for them. Um, this is your host, Zeloz, aka Cecile, pronouns she, her, they, them. You know the deal. Um, and what we have here is a little thing called the SD to SNES. It is a flash cart you can buy for Super Nintendos. It allows you to play your Super Nintendo ROMs on a Super Nintendo. Um, they're not cheap, um, but this model and the Pro version, they'll pretty much play anything you throw at it. Um, Thank you, Fulgadrum, for the follow. um, but yeah, um, paying attention to sort of what came out of last week's E3 presentations, I noticed, and as a lot of other people have noticed, that they'll be releasing quite a few old games that I'm kind of familiar with. Chief among them, Romancing Saga 3 and Trials of Mana, aka Seiken Densetsu 3. Um, so, since those games kind of exist in a sort of yeah, I get that too, Poncho. I actually pre-ordered the physical release of the Mana collection for the Switch, and never pre-order anything. So, um, anyway, these games, well, some of them are out. Like you can play Trials of Mana right now if you want to get the digital release, but like you could. There are also fan translations of Seiken Densetsu 3 and Romancing Saga 3, and I just kind of wanted to show off these games, kind of maybe whet appetites, as it were. Um, just kind of showing off what those games are like. So without further ado, I think it'd be best to jump into one of these two that I'm most familiar with, um, and that would be Seiken Densetsu. Wait, that is no. Wait, that's Romancing Saga 3. I can't read. Um, where where did I put the ROM? Second, it's right here. Okay, I can't read. Anyway, and this is the first stream I'm doing that I'm actually streaming from like actual hardware. So let me know if like the audio levels are a little too high, or because all of those settings are quite a bit different from my usual emulator settings. And while this kind of scrolls by, I'm gonna change up the game name and box art. Okay, that'll do. And properties. So anyway, looks like mana's rapidly disappearing from the Earth, and something's gotta be done about that. Seiken Densetsu 3, aka Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana. Not Trails of Mana, Trials of Mana. This isn't a Falcom game. Anyway, let's jump right in. Um, I don't think that URL works anymore. This is a translation patch from the year 2000, so this translation is Trials of Cold Mana in the Steel Sky, yeah. This translation is pretty retro. As a matter of fact, this translation's older than how old the game was whenever the translation came out. So anyway, let's go ahead and pick our main characters. We've got Sword Person, Were Person, Thief Person, Mage Person, Short Person, and Spear Lesbian. Now, while I probably will end up picking Spear Lesbian as like my main character, and once the Switch version comes in, I want to do something a little different. We're going to be picking sword person, ignore that name. Um, some sources will state that this is Durin, a swordsman of Forsenna, but that's not true, actually. This is actually... This is actually Yuko of Forsenna. She is a butch trans lesbian who is always misgendered for no reason. It's actually kind of sad. But we're going to right some wrongs here. Then we also have Angela, a magician from the Kingdom of Altena. We'll be meeting up with her later. And, of course, our favorite Amazoness princess, Lise. She actually has a longer name in the Japanese version, but that's about as much of her name that they could have translated back then without, like, messing with character limits and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be our all-girls team. Look at that pretty Mode 7. Hey Yuko, you're up next. Go show them what you're made of. They ain't waiting for this sword lesbian. You think you can win, kid? Ha 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 ha. Thank you for not misgendering me. If I can just fucking remember what the keys are. Okay. I do think you can lose this match. Not that it really matters. So as you can see, each successful hit puts another notch in that bar, and once it starts flashing green, you can do a special attack. And that's how you kill things. Whoa, I give up. Okay, that's enough. Yuko, child of Loki, has won the contest. Geez, no wonder she's trans. I mean, being the child of a genderless Norse god. Oh, I guess I gotta talk to the king now. Yuko, mercenary of the grasslands country Forsenna. Her father, Loki, served the kingdom as one of the elite Knights of Gold. But at a time in Yuko's young days, Loki went away, never to be seen again. After losing her mother to an illness, Yuko was raised by his aunt Stella. Though she hardly remembers her father, swordsmanship ran in her blood. With this skill, she came to serve King Richard as a mercenary of Forsenna. Can't stay awake. Our guard ship will be up soon, don't worry. I'm gonna make one more round. I'll be right back. Those knights kind of look like they have like red and yellow striped pajamas underneath. Like they're secretly clowns underneath their armor. right? Yeah. Is the game alright? Seems like there's activity, but did 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 the game seriously crash? Holy shit, the game crashed. um mm, let's try that again. I'm gonna try I'm gonna try out Yuko again. And if not, then we're gonna go ahead and just start a game with Felice. The SD to SNES can never be sullied by lowly things such as dirt. Though I do have some alcohol and some Q-tips, just in case it ever comes to that. Okay. Same, honestly. The last time I did like a really thorough clean of my NES carts, I used Brasso to really polish it down. My Famicom Kirby game, I actually had to pull out a flathead screwdriver to scrape off some of the corrosion on it. Shit. Momo, I swear to God, if you get on this... Shit. Motherfucker, Mo! And there went the volume. Oh, shit. See what your son's done, Wetstew? This is his fault. Okay, hold up just a second. Okay, we're back. Yeah. Lots of gold. Young days. Mom died. Mercenary. I think one of this guy's promotions is like hero. This game has promotions, by the way. Just like Fire Emblem. Except they're branching, just like later Fire Emblems. Okay, let's see. Don't put the game to sleep, dude. Okay, there we go. Papa, where are you going? It's the dragon extermination. The enemy this time is the one called Dragon Emperor. Thank you for the follow, Ed Lovelight. The most powerful of all among the dragon tribe. But it'll be alright. With Prince Richard and I together, we'll win for sure. Yuko, take care of Mom and your sister Wendy while I'm gone. Okay, come back soon. Simone, I'm sorry. Loki was rushing in trying to save me, and he and the Dragon Emperor both fell into a bottomless pit. Isn't that what happened in Dragon Quest III at the beginning? Or like the intro to the NES version? We stayed there for a week afterwards, searching for him, but no luck. I see. Loki continued to be a Knight of Gold to the bitter end, didn't he? Surely he'd feel satisfied to die so gloriously. Ugh. Simone, be strong. Stella, sister. Simone, why did you ignore your illness until it got like this? If Loki knew that I was not well, he would have stayed home. I didn't want to be a burden on him. How silly to lose you and Loki both. Sister, the children, don't worry. I'll take perfect care of your children. Thank you. And then she died. And things got trippy. No, can't let myself fall asleep like that. Get up. What the hell? What happened? Who's there? Man, such a badass. He doesn't even need to open doors to go through them. Yeah, I think each of the 6 characters have, like, a tragic backstory. Stop! Who are you? Aren't you a sharp person? Ha 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 ha. What's so funny? You appear to take pride in being the #1 swordswoman of this castle, but you ought to learn the limits of your body. Shut up! Ha 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 ha, you're still but a child, employing children as soldiers. I guess King Richard isn't all he's made out to be. I will not allow you to insult his majesty. No, my hair! And now for the coup de grace. Soldiers, there are intruders in this castle. Find them. You lucked out this time. We'll pull out for today. With such pitiful defenses, I don't see how you can last much longer, though. Wait. Yeah, the dodge roll is kind of a prerequisite to be a major Squaresoft character. Last night, a mysterious wizard infiltrated the castle and killed all the guards that were on duty. Yeah, I died. The end. Except for Yuko, who just barely survived. Well, witnesses reported that the wizard was wearing a red cape. This must have been the famous Wizard of the Red Lotus from the Magic Kingdom of Altena. Altena is sending spies into our country? They must be planning an invasion. We should launch a preemptive strike. We can't let them be the first to attack. Wait a minute. We have no hard evidence that Altena is planning an invasion. Last night, someone infiltrated the castle without being noticed. Not even Yuko could stop him. I don't believe we have the resources necessary for an all-out invasion. And I certainly don't want our troops to be lured into some kind of trap. Our top priority right now is to step up our security at this castle. Secondly, we'll send in an operative into Altena to investigate the matter. As you wish, Your Majesty. Altena, the Queen of Reason, why would they choose to attack us? Damn it! Damn it! Big sis, your wounds still aren't healed. You've got to stay in bed. Damn it, Crimson Wizard. I... Well, Poncho, you do have to realize this is also... What was I going to say? I was going to make a Naruto joke, but I forgot what I was going to say. Something neon orange ninja glow. Wendy, brother, pull yourself together. You're speaking nonsense. ... Crybaby sister, I hate you. Wendy. Gotta talk to the dog. Arf, arf. He killed my brother. I still can't believe it. The very thought of someone invading Forsena, absurd. Ooh, we gotta read the paper. There, we can't read. We can't read. We can hit things with our swords. Hey, Yuko, forget out that wizard, huh? Let's party. Yuko, aren't you alright now? The king was worried, and not even you could defeat. So right off the bat, you can kind of see this is a late era Super Nintendo game. Everything looks really nice and pretty and detailed. This would have come out around the same time as like Super Mario RPG. Welcome. Okay, we can buy the sword we already have. That's useful. And we can buy the armor we already have. I'm being blocked by these damn flowers. Oh, Yuko, long time no see. You've grown. You look just like your father. That's kind of insulting, thank you. Doggy. Oh. Listen, Yuko, your father, Loki, fought the Dragon Emperor to his death. That is the way of the knight. Don't slack off. Become a great knight like your father was. Yeah, kinda. I mean... like, from what I hear, JRPGs really weren't that big up until... well, JRPGs weren't that big over here in the States up until Final Fantasy VII, so... like... what do you have to say? Sorry, Yuko, but nobody's allowed to leave the city after dark. It's part of the king's new security policy. Okay, so... Yuko, is that you? I can't go home yet. Oh. Second floor, working tail light. I want to say there were a few like nice looking two-dimensional RPGs on the PlayStation and Saturn, like between FF6 and Chrono Trigger and FF7. And we got a few of those. Though honestly, I think this game kind of looks a little better than, say, Suikoden, sorry, in some parts. A person's life is 99% fate. The other 1% is your hope guiding you. You look like you can use a fortune telling. Let me try. Shut up, I don't believe in fortunes. The only thing I believe in is in Yuko, then why did you visit the fucking fortune teller? Tell me how to get stronger. Hey, what are you doing? If you want to get that strong, go to Wendell. The Priest of Light will tell you all about class changing. Class changing? What is this, a fucking video game? Watch your mouth, son. The only class you'll be changing into is immature bully. Now scram. Class changing. If it'll help me beat that wizard, I might as well go to Wendell and try it. But I don't know if my night credits will be accepted into the not the hero college joke. There was a college joke there. So sorry, Yuko, but nobody is allowed to leave the city after dark. It's part of the king's new blah. Yeah. Can I go home now? Okay. Everyone's sleeping. Congratulations on your win. ... Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to pack up and go. Yuko packs for her journey. I will not forgive that wizard. Whatever happens, I'll defeat him without fail. Until then, I cannot come back. I won't go back. Oh, now I gotta move. ... Wendy, on Stella, I'm sorry. Wait! Auntie, Yuko, if you're going to leave, please take this. What is it? It's the sword your father, Loki, used when he was young. With that sword, he too won the sword fighting contest, defeating Prince Richard. I know it's just an ordinary bronze sword like the one you have now, but please take it. I'll tell Wendy that you're leaving. Go talk to the king before you leave. He's waiting. His Majesty? He thought you might be planning something like this. After all, you are the son of Loki. I haven't been looking after you all these years for nothing. I'm proud of you, Yuko. Thanks, Auntie. I'll come back for sure. Okay, I guess we've got to talk to the king. Gotta ask his permission to leave the town. Yuko, you're leaving on a journey? Your Majesty, it was my fault that the Crimson Wizard escaped. I can't forgive him. Not only for the injury he dealt me, but for the insult to the kingdom as well. Until I triumph over that wizard, I cannot return to this castle. So I see. Understood, Yuko. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Every time I see her, she seems more and more like her father. And then we gotta run through the entire castle. If I remember correctly, this castle actually ends up being a dungeon later on. So that's fun. So I think now I can buy items. That is not it. Here we go. So we got one round drop, no magical rope, no angel's grails. We're not gonna need an angel grail right now, but let's go ahead and stock up on round drops. And then maybe a few of these pui classes. Yeah. Kind of weird that the game gives me exactly 105 luck. Oh. No, I'm not gonna be able to sit. Go south until you reach Maya. From there, you can take a ship to Jad. After that, you can get to Wendell on foot. It's not very far. Anyone who's played Final Fantasy Adventure, those town names might sound a bit familiar. Well, Final Fantasy Adventure or Sword of Mana. And anyone who's played Secret of Mana will can probably tell right away that this is much more slow-paced than that game. Though, like that game, you can't, like, just mash on the attack button all the time. Yeah, I mean, it was just the power of branding. Like, if you named a game, like, Demon Tower World Saga, like, in America, it probably wouldn't sell as much as a game tied to a highly successful NES game, Final Fantasy. So I'm gonna get the reasoning. So we got an assassin bug eye, and what that does is does poison damage. Which, why was I even using that against an assassin bug? Don't ask me. Oh, and we've got ourselves a roulette wheel, which I think was also in Secret of Mana and Sword of Mana. So we've got a pretty good chance of getting damaged. Sometimes... Ow. Those traps can't actually kill you, they can only reduce you to, like, 1 HP. But sometimes it'll turn your chest into a mimic. And those things are pretty hard to kill. Like, they don't just hit hard, but they take a lot of hits. Oh, and it says level 1 assassin bug because these enemies, they actually go up in level the further you get into the game, so... And over time, the enemies actually change into different, more powerful version, like color palette swap versions. I'm kind of curious how the 3D remake for this on the Nintendo Switch, how that's going to handle combat. Like, the trailer kind of made it look like Kingdom Hearts, which I'm not entirely opposed to. Okay, so you might actually be wondering why I did not play the Secret of Mana remake. I played the Final Fantasy Adventure remake, Adventures of Mana. The Secret of Mana remake looked pretty much like just a 3D-itized version of Secret, which was kind of what Adventures of Mana was, and that game, like, as much as I like Final Fantasy Adventures of Mana really didn't impress at all. So, no, I haven't really played the Secret of Mana remake. Look, you bloody wizard! I'll get stronger than anyone. Oh, I guess Forcena people talk like British people, and I will defeat you. Oh, that's nice. Yuko, determined to conquer the mysterious wizard, sets off on a journey to the Holy City, and totally ignores all that very experience points. Little did she know, the fate of the entire world was about to be placed in her hands. And that's the end of the game, guys. That was pretty fun, huh? Doesn't even... I mean, it doesn't have a final boss or anything, but... like... we learned about his... no, she's just a sword lesbian with a really big mane. So yeah, this game is also composed by the same person behind Secret of Mana's soundtrack, Hiroki Kikuta. After this game, he would later go on to compose for a lesser-known PS1 RPG called Koldilka, and then I think I think he worked on the Shadow Hearts series, like the first one, and then got out of games entirely. Something's wrong. The city seems different than usual. Keep an eye out. Why did I make that captain sound a little cool? We, the warriors of the Beast Kingdom, now control this city. Do not interfere, and we will do you no harm. The Beastmen have taken over the port. I'm afraid we're stuck here for now. Yeah, same, Arcade. I like the nods to Secret of Mana's soundtrack in this soundtrack. So, this is actually a point in the game that, like, no matter who you pick as the main character, you'll always get to, because this is like where you meet some of the playable characters. Hey, were you trying to do something while I was asleep? Get away from me. Yuko, you perv. More customers? Sorry, I don't have anything. The Beastman confiscated all my weapons. so we can't really buy weapons yet. Okay, yeah. God, he scared me. Please don't tell others I'm here. Can't let the other beastmen see me now, please. Yeah, he's, the good beastman. The one... I forget his name. Kevin. I think his name in the translation is... in the fan translation is Kevin. He's like a beastman who doesn't like being a bad guy. I haven't actually played through Kevin's story yet, so I don't quite remember what the Beastman's motivations were. But I have a feeling it had something to do with, like, beast people not being treated fairly. That's kind of how these... This town is at war, my homeland is at war, the whole world is at war. What is this world coming to? It's almost like a world war. The beastmen are like humans during the day, but they turn into beasts at night. But when that happens, they can never sit still. This is your chance to escape. Oh look, Lise. Excuse me, I'm searching for my younger brother. Would you happen to have seen him? No. I see. Yeah, her younger brother gets stolen by ninjas. Like, for real. Like, actual goddamn ninjas. And they end up being a pretty hard boss fight. What do you want? Go away. If you stay calm... Yeah. I know, fucking Naruto. Stealing younger brothers. Anyway, what we have to do here is take a nap and be woken up at night so we can sneak out. Man, a holy day. So this game actually has like seven different days in its week, and what day it is kind of affects your magic efficacy and like sales and shit. It's kind of cool. So also we save at inns and statues and stuff. Bad doggies. Okay, we don't need to go to the beach yet. I don't want to attack them. They're so cute. So these are rabbits, and this is a level up. So the thing with this game is you're gonna want to have a handful of stats that you want to focus on, because trying to level out all your stats, it's not good. It's not good. Especially for the later stages, so we're gonna stick to strength. Get strength. Yeah, does the Switch version do it differently, Arcade? Ooh, I didn't even know there was something there. Oh, oh, by the way, the music is also really fucking good in this game. I especially like the nighttime themes in this game. Oh, I guess, I mean, the game hasn't been out for very long. Ooh, and this is a myconid. They can poison you. Yeah, leveling up in Secret of Mana is a lot easier. It's just, the game is a little more grindy because you need to, like, level up all your individual magic skills and your weapon efficacy, and I mean, there are ways to cheese the leveling system. I just don't quite remember what they were. Yeah, I don't know if we need to be going over here just yet. So, might be kind of wondering why I chose Sword Lesbian Yuko here as opposed to, like, Lise or Angela or Little Carly. So, according to the README for this translation, the game can be divided into like 3 story paths, depending on who you choose for your main character. If you choose Angela or Yuko here, you get the easiest story path, and then there's Kevin and Carly's story path, which is like the intermediate difficulty, and then there's Hawkeye and Lisa's story path, which is the most difficult. I remember during my first attempted clear of this game, what does this guy have to say? Nobody believes me, but I saw it. A strange light coming from above the lake. Maybe we'll see it again tonight. My last attempted playthrough of this, well, the attempted playthrough where I got the furthest, I should say, I picked Hawkeye as my protagonist, and, like, I got stuck right at kind of the Mega Man-esque, at a point in the game, your party is tasked with, like, killing 8 mega bosses, in the game, kind of like Mega Man, somewhat, and that was the point where I just couldn't make any progress because each of the bosses just kind of steamrolled me. Like, it wasn't quite a boss rush, because you don't fight the bosses one after another, but like, I was just underleveled for any of the enemies, and the bosses just would always drain my resources before I could drain their HP, and the game had just become not fun at that point. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do an easier game clear. The city of Jad was taken over by beastmen. What if they came here? What did they come here for? Not really much here. Nobody believes me, but I saw it. A strange light coming from above the lake. Maybe you'll see it again tonight. Did I meet you somewhere before? Okay, what we got here? Ooh, a fancy iron sword. It even has a handguard, which will probably do shit for our defense, but... Oh, alright, we gotta hit start to equip stuff. You got your ring menu, and then you got your item menu, which isn't what we're wanting. I think it's select. No? No. Okay, it's Y. It's Y. So you got your inventory menu, your ring menu, and your equipment menu. So, menuing is a little bit more involved in this than Final Fantasy Adventure and Secret of Mana. Try to relax, young man. I'm not a man. If you keep looking like that, you'll scare away the girls. Hehe. Old bigot. Yeah, yeah, you can actually change the text box styles. I think it's where in... Yeah. So you can go with the basic green, marble, rocks, wood, that, like, turquoise, more wood, looks like kind of blue wood. For readability's sake, though, we're just gonna stick with the green. Oh, and we can also change the colors. It's pretty involved. And none of them look, like, garishly awful to look like some of Final Fantasy VI's, like, window options. Nothing there. Okay, so I'm just kind of dicking around here, but I think what we need to do is... Well, I would like to see if we can buy some armor here. And I'm probably going the wrong way. It's all good, though. Scattered throughout the land are silver and golden goddesses. Okay, yeah. So there are two types of statues, as you said. Both you can save at, but only the gold ones let you, like, totally recover you. You find a regular silver statue, you're probably just at the midpoint of a dungeon. But if you find a gold one, that usually means you're about to come up to a boss fight or a major storyline event. That guy seems a bit sleepy. Will you be staying with us tonight? Yeah, sure. No, I gotta rest. We gotta advance the story. Okay. Okay, so what I was supposed to do there is wake up at night, but since it was already night... Anyway, we're just gonna get some... God, guy's still asleep. Anyway... Good thing we have lots of money to burn. Let's just rest for the moment. I think I'm doing this wrong. It has been years since I've played this, so... I guess we're not supposed to, like, immediately go to bed. We can't go to Wendell just yet because they're sealed off. Pont is always quiet. Okay. Just gotta talk to, like, this dude. Even though I know something happens during the night. Hee hee hee. You already paid Westrup whenever you went. Nah. See, I could have sworn that if you just rest, it'll take you to the next night, and then... Maybe I actually have to, like, hit up against the barrier to advance the story. I don't really quite know. I used to listen to the soundtrack all the time, whenever I used to push carts out for Walmart. Do we have a magic rope? I'm not gonna spend that money just yet. Okay. Come on. Story. There we go. That's what we wanted to happen. Guess that's the light that that one dude was talking about. That light! God, it's too bright! Did you see that light too? I've never seen anything like it in my life. If you hear that rattling, that's just my ferret. Getting a little restless. Might let her run around a bit. Actually, here in about 15 minutes, I might just, throw up an intermission. Yeah. I might throw up an intermission, put up the baby gate and let the ferret run around, and maybe eat some lunch, because I am getting a little peckish. Oh yeah, these guys don't poison you, they put you to sleep. That's kinda not great. Yeah, Athena, she's a good girl. Okay, this boingy thing actually shows you where you are on the world map and kind of like where the nearest towns are. So it's a bit helpful for like those times when you need kind of need to get a hold of your bearings. Oh, dang. It's a little failwy. Hey, pull yourself up. Pull yourself... pull yourself together. I'm alright now. Who might you be? I'm Yuko, a warrior from Forsena. I saw a light from the inn at Astoria, and... Yuko. Well, I haven't much choice now. Alright, I've picked you. What? Nothing. Please, Yuko, take me to the Priest of Light and Wendell. There isn't enough power left in me to fly. That's where I was going, but there's a seal on the Cave of Waterfalls. Oh, that should be no problem if I'm with you. Let's hurry. A disaster is taking place in the Mana Holy Land. Mana Holy Land? That's... What was that? That was in the direction of Astoria. Let's go. Let's hurry back and look. Let me take a rest inside your head for a while. What? Wait a minute. Okay, let's go to Astoria. Oh, there's a voice going through my head. Quickly! Got it. And fairy joined. Now we've got a little insect lady in our head. That's not an unsettling thought at all. And I like how the day just kind of slowly transitions into... Oh, we can't upgrade strength yet. We gotta pick out another... You can't upgrade a stat twice in a row. So... Let's go ahead and do agility, because it never seems like we can attack fast enough. Sounds like... You can always tell there are more enemies on the end, on the screen you're on, because you can't run unless you've cleared a screen of enemies. What the hell? Who burned down the village? Looks like the Beastmen invaded while you were gone. But why? We have to hurry to the Priest of Light and to tell him Wendell is in danger. I'm kind of wondering like how this would have played out from Kevin's perspective. Might actually give his game a go. Like whenever the Switch collection comes in. Anyway, yep, everyone is dead. They even killed the dogs. Like, what the hell, Beastman? You don't kill the dogs. They didn't do anything wrong. Dogs aren't racist like humans are. They just have racist owners. Grr, I want to go to Wendell, but I can't in this stupid cave. Huh? You have a fairy that can let us in? Are you serious? I saw that light too. Good thing I didn't follow it. I'd hate to be possessed by something like that. So come on, get her to open up the cave, and then you can take me to Wendell. I'm tired of being left alone. My name is Angela. I'm the Princess of Altena, but I could never use magic. My mother was so cruel to me. She was about to trade my life for some stupid mana stone. I don't know what happened after that. I just found myself outside of the castle. I didn't know where to go, so I headed out into the snowfield. When I got to Elran, the fortune teller said to go to Wendell. So here I am. Hey, wait a minute. Princess of Altena, are you a friend of that Crimson Wizard? You mean Corin, the Wizard of the Red Lotus? Don't be stupid. You don't want to be friends with that guy. He and Mother tried to kill me. Oh, I see. Sorry. So tell me, this Corin, what in the world is he? He used to be just like me, totally useless with magic. Our magic teacher, Jose, was always getting angry at him. But then all of a sudden, he became the greatest magician in Altena. Now, as the right arm of my mother, he's acting all high and mighty. He even goes around calling me the Princess, Angela. Oh, just thinking about it makes me angry. The greatest magician in all of Altena. But I'm the daughter of the greatest swordsman of Fresena. I can't afford to lose. I haven't caught your name yet. So you're Yuko. Well, let's go, Yuko. So yeah, Angela, she's just getting away from toxic family members. That's valid. Hold on, I'll eliminate the barrier. Okay, the barrier's gone. So while it might seem weird that Angela would just bear her entire tragic backstory to some stranger, that is kind of how you figure out your other party members' stories. Like, you just kind of run into them and then they tell you what happens. Like, what would happen if you would have picked them as the main character. Alright. Let's go ahead and save for now. And it is 11:55 right now. So we're about to delve into the first proper dungeon with a proper, like, dungeon layout and boss and stuff. And we'll probably run into our third party member somewhere along the way as well. Before then, I'm going to throw up an intermission. It'll just be the idle screen from earlier. And probably get a bite to eat and maybe some more coffee because I'm feeling a little bit tired. Anyway, see you guys in a bit.